This video is sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier compares iPhone prices on the internet and then gives you a quick quote and the most cash for a used iPhone. It's simple, fast, and secure. Get a quote, ship your iPhone, and get paid. I've had the iPhone 8 Plus for about a month now, and I want to talk about my experience with it. There's some really good stuff, but also some stuff that wasn't so hot, and that's what I want to cover in this video. Let's jump right into what I like about this device. And the iPhone 8 Plus definitely provides one of the best cameras that you can get in a smartphone. The two features that I like the most about the camera is the Portrait Studio feature. It is so cool. It takes photography with your phone to a whole new level, and I can't wait to get the iPhone 10 because a lot of those features will be on the front-facing camera, which will take the selfie game to the next level as well. The other great thing about this camera is that it comes with 4K, but in 60 frames per second. That's a big deal to those of us who like to use slow motion footage, and you can do it now in 4K with your smartphone. There's not many smartphones out there that have that ability, and the iPhone 8 Plus has that. The iPhone 8 Plus in iOS 11 is fluid. It goes through apps like a breeze. Games are no issue whatsoever. There's no dropped frame rates or anything like that. Everything about as far as the fluidity, the speed, and performance in those regards has been wonderful. The build quality is one of my favorite things about this iPhone. I love the white color. They call it silver, but I guess it's because it's got a silver frame. But the back end, the front, top, and bottom bezels is all white. I love white devices. It's my favorite. If you follow my channel for any length of time, you've probably picked up on that fact, is that I really like a white device that just looks nice and clean, fresh. It's my favorite. So if you didn't catch by now, white is definitely one of my favorite colors. Apart from the color, the build quality is just nice and solid. It feels like you got a premium device in your hand. It's got glass on the back, metal framework. It's just a good build. They did a great job in those regards. And with that glass back, you're going to get wireless charging. Wireless charging is new to the iPhone this time. A lot of Android users like myself has had wireless charging in the past. It's nothing new to us, but it's nice that it has come over to the iPhone at this point. It's a shame that Apple has not released their own wireless charging pad, but you can get away with using some other third-party ones that you might already have been using if you've had one of those wireless charging compatible devices, such as a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and actually quite a few generations below that. Anyways, it's a great feature to have. I actually found myself using it more with the iPhone than I did with any of my Android devices. I don't know why that's the case, but I used it more. And on the subject of cases, is that you can actually use your iPhone 7 or 7 Plus with the 8 or 8 Plus the same way that you used before. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch of other money on new cases if you are coming from the 7 to the 8. They work interchangeably. They're definitely compatible. When I got the iPhone 8 Plus, I also ordered the Apple Watch Series 3. I did not get the LTE version because at the time I was with Cricket Wireless and they don't support that. I'm with T-Mobile now. But even though if I was with a compatible carrier, I would not have gotten the LTE version just because I wanted to save a few extra bucks for one. But also, I'm not going to really use those features for calling with the watch. Apart from my phone. My phone's pretty much going to be with me, and if my phone's not with me, it's pretty much on purpose, is that I don't need it. So the Apple Watch Series 3 has been a great experience, just a little plug for that. It's a fine smartwatch. It's the best that you can get with the iPhone. So you might as well use the best smartwatch with the best iPhone, at the time at least. In my opinion, the iPhone 8 Plus has one of the best speakers that comes with the smartphone. I made a whole video about a bunch of other speakers on smartphones and comparing with each other to see which one was better. I'll leave that link down below in the video description, and in my opinion, the iPhone sounded the best. I'm talking about quality, I'm not talking about loudness and things like that. I'm not sure if the video actually did it justice, but like in real person, in the moment, in the experience, apart from the camera or the microphone, is that the iPhone sounded the best in my opinion. I'm not saying it was like astronomically better than the other ones that I compared it to, but it was definitely really good sounding. It has a nice experience. One of the reasons why it sounds so good is because there's sound that comes out of the earpiece on the front. So it kind of gives a feel of a front-facing speaker system. Nothing like the Pixel 2 XL, but it still has that sound coming at you instead of away from you, which is awesome. If you're interested in selling your old iPhone so that we can upgrade to the newest one, check out cellcashier.com. Cellcashier purchases iPhones from all major US carriers and currently only operates in the United States. It's simple, fast, and secure. Get a quote, ship your phone, and get paid. Something that the iPhone 8 Plus has over the iPhone 10 is that they offer a fully unlocked phone. And that's a big deal to me because I've tended to switch carriers quite a bit this last year or so. And being able to carry the phone over to a different network without any kind of issues, without having to unlock it and all that kind of stuff, I'm able to do that with the iPhone 8 Plus. But with the iPhone 10, they didn't offer that this time. It's only through certain carriers. So if you're gonna bounce around between carriers, I recommend getting the Verizon model, and you're gonna be able to not have those issues going on to other networks, to my knowledge at least. Now to kind of transition somewhere in the middle, because while iOS 11 is great, it's also its greatest enemy. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's nice and fluid. It's got a good experience in those regards, but there's so many bugs with iOS 11. Jonathan Casey went into a lot more detail than what I'm going to go into, so I'll leave a link down below to where you can catch those kind of points. But just for example, using the notifications, when I tried to delete an email, it would never delete. It would actually pop right back up into the notifications. So that's kind of like, dude, I'm trying to delete this email. I don't want it to come back to my notifications. I want it to actually go away. Another thing that was kind of quirky is that, you know, when you long press the icons, it gets into that jitter mode so that we can either delete an app or move it around. There were times where it would not jitter and other times it would jitter. So it's not like a huge deal, but there's all these inconsistencies with iOS 11. And that's why I said it's a great update. It's got some really nice features, but it's also its greatest enemy because of so many inconsistencies. In 2017, we were introduced to a bezel-less design movement. It's definitely a design that we're going to see more of. And the more bezel, the more ugly it looks. I don't want to say ugly, but it definitely stands out a whole lot more. And I'm not saying that this design on the iPhone 8 Plus is ugly, but it definitely stands out because we're so used to those bezel-less designs that we saw from Samsung and LG and a few others. And with these bezels that you see on the top and the bottom, it just kind of makes it feel like a bulky phone. Because if you think about it, this is a 5.5-inch screen. The iPhone 10 is going to be a bigger screen with a smaller footprint, and will be able to fit inside of the iPhone 8 Plus. So it's kind of interesting when you kind of look at it in that kind of perspective. I love being able to have the big screens, but a smaller footprint with the overall size of the phone. And because of those points, I think that they should have named this the iPhone 7S. Like an S model would have been more fitting, in my opinion, because really the only change that happened as far as the physical design is the back, which is glass now instead of that metal back of what we've seen before. And to kind of go a little deeper, it almost seems like a pointless phone. It's a great phone. It's been really nice. I've enjoyed using it. But with the iPhone 10 out, why would I use this phone, the 8 Plus, over the iPhone 10? I'm not totally stuck on the fingerprint reader, the home button, all that kind of stuff. I think it'll be okay getting used to not having that, but I don't know, it's just kind of a strange release to me. So yeah, there you have it. Those are my thoughts about the iPhone 8 Plus. Overall, it's been a great experience. I've actually enjoyed using it over some of my Android devices that I've had. It's been a fun ride, but it's about to be over because the iPhone 10 is pretty much out at this point. I've really enjoyed using this phone, and I've enjoyed reviewing and making this video. If you enjoyed watching it, please give a thumbs up. Also subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. When you hit that notification bell, you'll be the first one to see the video. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and I hope that you have a great day. And I hope this video stayed recording, because this is the second time that I've had to record this, and I feel like I fumbled all the way through the video the second time around. I really feel the first take was a lot better than this one. So wish me luck in editing.